Okay, let's say we're working with this mixing board, and these faders down here, of course, that's our main mix, and there's the master output. And if we look up here at the sends on the board, of course, that's these red knobs, the sends. Let's see what we have on send number 1. So aux send 1 is this first row all the way across here. Aux send, there's aux send 1. Below that is aux send 2, aux send 3, aux send 4, aux send 5, and aux send 6. So let's see what we have on aux send 1. If we go here, it looks like channel 3 is up considerably. And then we go down here, it looks like channel 9 is up about halfway. And then channel 14 is up a little bit. And now if we look at send number 2, that's the second row here. That's this row I'm going across right here. Let's look at it closely. It looks like on channel 2, it's up quite a bit. And if we go over here now to channel 6, there's quite a bit on that also. Keep going here. It looks like we get down to channel 14, and it's up halfway. Now way over here, these knobs are the master volumes of the aux sends. And I see that somebody has those turned all the way down. They're really supposed to live halfway up, and that's like unity gain, meaning you're not boosting, you're not cutting. That's their typical spot to be, is unity gain. So let's put them there. So some smart guy said, you know what, it's inconvenient to be able to try to look at these red knobs and see which ones are turned up. It's confusing. There's too much red there. So he came up with the idea, why don't we just, on these digital boards, we can do a thing that we are going to call sends on fader. I'll say it again. Sends, that's S-E-N-D-S, sends on faders. And so you hit one button and it'll let you have these white faders. Now they will be the aux send amounts. Watch, I'm going to pause the video here and I'm going to reset these as if we had hit the sends on faders and taken a look to see what's going on with send number 1, which is the first row up there. So now if we hit that sends on fader button on this board, and now when you do that, you're always just looking at one particular send, and now we're looking at aux send 1. And if you remember, on aux send 1 we had a whole bunch of 3 going to aux send 1. See, that's up there now, just to refresh you. But now we've flipped it so you can see it down here. And then on channel 9 we had a little bit going to it about unity gain, and that's what's here. And then on 14 we had a little bit of it going to aux send 1. So there's 3, real quickly you can see there's only 3 things going to aux send 1, and then down here would be the master volume of aux send 1. Now I'm going to pause the video and play like we hit the button to look at what's on. We would hit sends on fader and then look at to see what is on aux send 2. So now we would be looking at what's on aux send 2 with sends on fader, and it shows that there's a whole bunch of channel 2 going to send 2, a whole bunch of channel 9, no, that's 6, channel 6 going to that send, and this is just to reiterate that means that's this and this, these 2 knobs. And again, it's simply that I'm able to view it down here very quickly without having to sort through all that red mess up there. I can quickly here see that all those faders are down, so we only really have 3 things going to that send. And that would be typically somebody's monitor, a floor monitor. And maybe that's his voice, that's his guitar, and that's a little bit of something else, a piano, so he can stay in tune. And down here, this would be the master volume of his mix, the master volume of that send. And then when you're done, of course, you would hit the button, you would take off sends on fader, and it would go back to your original mix, which would be all these faders up at their appropriate spots for the main mix. I hope that's clear.